10 minutes, but try to wait till a few people fall up in here before I start reading this. But there's some crazy stuff though. You remember yesterday I put out the video, I said I didn't want to speak on this situation unless it was some facts or anything associated with it. But let me go ahead and read this article that I just heard about this whole situation dealing with Fabolous. Salute. I see a few people falling up here. I'm trying to wait for a few people to come up in here, but I don't want to waste a lot of time at the very beginning. But let me read this. It says, "This was arrested Wednesday." Of course, we already know that. Hold on, my screen just switched to something else. Alright, give me time. Be patient with me. Rapper Fabolous was arrested Wednesday on charges allegedly punched a woman 7 times in the face and threatened the victim's dad and her brother in Inglewood, according to court documents. Inglewood police said in a statement the rapper, whose real name is John Jackson, turned himself in at 8:30 p.m. Wednesday on a domestic dispute, making terroristic threat charge. He was released to police custody. That was what we talked about already. Salute to everybody that's, coming in. But it says court. God damn, why do my... Hold on, man. My screen on my phone keep jumping around. Hold on. Court documents show the alleged crime still from an earlier incident on May 7th, which Jackson was out in Los Angeles on a business trip. He became enraged when he found out via Instagram victim was also in Los Angeles. According to the affidavit of probable cause, while on the flight back to Los Angeles, the victim told the police that Jackson, 40 years old, said via text he wanted to hit her in the head with a baseball bat and that he would kill her, but he did not want to go out like that. The victim told police, I don't understand. I'm going to take my phone to, but he didn't want to go out like that. The victim told the police she was scared because of the March 7th incident. The victim was later punched in the face 7 times, causing her severe damage to her front 2 teeth. She ended up losing her 2 front teeth, according to court documents. Because of this incident, the victim called her father to remove 2 handguns from the residence due to the fear that he may use it against her. According to the affidavit, when Jackson arrived to the Kenwood Street residence, he confronted the victim, her brother, and father. Then he went upstairs of the residence looking for handguns, which had been removed. When he could not locate the guns, the defendant left the house, but not before informing the victim, her father, and brother that he had a bullet for them, according to the documents. Jackson has lived in Inglewood since 2005, according to the property manager. But I gotta take my phone up there to T-Mobile. But this is a crazy situation. Hopefully people may have to, go back. Shout out to you, Jason. But, people may have to go back to the beginning and hear everything that's going on. The video that I made yesterday, I was like, I didn't really want to speak on this situation until maybe some facts or whatever came out. I personally still would like to hear 2 sides of the story, but I do want to clarify something, because unfortunately you have people that read deeper into things that you did not even say. I had a person say yesterday, like, by my video, it sounded like I was condoning men beating up on women, when I clearly said in my video that there's no reason for a man to put his hands on a woman, but we don't know if it was a self-defense type of situation. My mother, other women around me here in Detroit, all to tell you, if a woman hits you, you have the right to protect yourself, not just beat a woman ass or anything like that. Protecting yourself don't mean that you're gonna ball up your fist. You may bear hug her, you may get her off of you and remove yourself from the situation. If what's going on in this particular article is facts and it's the truth, sometimes they say the quiet, cool, calm, collect person can have that inner beast to him. I want to ask you guys, what do you think will make him enraged by him being out in Los Angeles and finding out that she's in Los Angeles that will make him upset? My quick theory, and I just read this maybe 10 minutes ago, is he's out there on a business trip. He must have assumed that she was at home in New Jersey and she was out there. She is on the Love and Hip Hop, so I don't know if her storyline or whatever, eventually something was going to come out in the show, if she's cheating, if she's messing with someone else. And I'm not trying to victim blame to say that that's a reason for a person to put their hand, but it had to be something that's going on. Now, Huggy Pacino, yes, I see, that's the thing about me, and I wasn't even tripping over what old boy said about it sound like you condoning this and that, blah blah blah. I'm a firm believer that women should hold themselves accountable for the shit that they do, period. I feel like anytime throughout this journey of doing blogging, anything that I say, if I ever got backlash from it, I'm gonna end up bringing 2 or 3 women that I know that's from Detroit, that's from San Francisco, and from down south that I personally met throughout my lifetime. Of course, they're full-fledged women, but they realists. You know, they stand up for women's rights, but they're realists as well, where they're not just dumbfounded, where they just going to agree with women even when they're wrong. I say as a woman, because sometimes it's that fine line of where you just supposed to always side with somebody. I'm not saying it's right for him to punch her in the mouth if these are the facts, but you know, I think people got some things misconstrued, which I don't know how, yesterday when I made my video, you know. But someone said Ashley B, she probably said something about Puffy sucking his ain't no telling, you know, ain't no telling. But is Mel B his chick? I thought it was Emily B. Emily B supposed to be old girl. So my thing is, if he got enraged because he found out that she was in Los Angeles, would lead me to believe either she lied to him about where her whereabouts were at, or she was out in Los Angeles with somebody. That'd be the thing about the industry. He been with this woman for a long period of time, and I know they have had their ups and downs, or whatever. That's relationship stuff. Like any other relationship, people have their ups and downs. But and I think they try to patch it up and try to make it work. But when you dealing in the industry, you just never really know. One of the most embarrassing things, if it's any women that's listening to this, one of the most embarrassing things that a woman can ever do, and it's not to say that she did this, but is to, one, fuck another nigga. But if you fuck someone that's also like kind of in his immediate circle, or if mess with someone that's in the same job or something that he do, it's a million fish in the sea. Like, if you gon' cheat, you can go find a John Doe somewhere off where your man will never know who this person is, never run across each other. But it's when people start cheating with people close to them, where it be up in their face, where it becoming like an embarrassing factor. And Fabolous been getting his just dues, doing whatever we doing. Not saying it's correct, but if this information is correct, then hey, that's some fucked up shit, where she's quote unquote supposed to have lost her 2 front teeth. For the people that's just chiming in, you may have to replay the video. My phone is acting crazy, but I will read what it said one more time quickly. Let me get back to it. But basically it was just saying, like, Fabolous was out in LA on a business trip. Via text, he found out that old girl was in Los Angeles. He became enraged. He's supposed to have texted her, telling her he was gonna wanted to hit her in the head with a baseball bat, but he did not want to go out like that. Once he got back to his residence, you know, old girl supposed to call her father and told her to remove the handguns out of the residence. Then when he got back to the residence, he went looking for the guns, and before he left the house, quote unquote, allegedly, he's supposed to hit her in the face 7 times, which just end up supposed to knocked out. He left the house. He threatened her father, and her brother. But that's the crazy thing. If all that happened, I'm talking about all in nowadays, or anytime, if a girl just say you put their hands on you, or any type of domestic situation, you get locked up. I'm trying to figure out how much weight to put in this story, even though they say this is an affidavit and all this stuff. This could be just what someone saying, where you go down to the precinct with your attorneys and you don't get locked up at all. If you did a terroristic threat, you knocked out somebody's front teeth and threatened 2 or 3 other people, they just let you come, you get cited for a court appearance and then dip. So still right now, I gotta say, story is developing. Gotta find out more about what's really going on, because I don't want to put no less weight in what she say. If she is a victim, I pray for her and her family and all that, but I just don't see that happening, because you could be living with your girlfriend, right, did all that. I don't see how he went to jail, went and turned himself in and got released all within that time. But I don't want this video to drag on, but salute J Money, salute Low TV, salute to Huggy Pacino, salute to that hating ass nigga Jason that left that bogus comment at the beginning. But yeah, just to clear up one more thing, like I said yesterday, you know, because I thought about it. Yes, I did say it just don't seem like it's the demeanor of Fabolous to be, you know, the type of person to put his hands on women, but don't no set characteristic come with a nigga that'll put his hands on women, you know what I mean? Calm, collective. It just would be different if throughout his whole career you was hearing, or for myself was hearing little bitty instances here and there, little bitty stuff, you know, naming, like, say for instance, other rappers that kicked women in the chest, did this and then that, you know. Then if I hear something later on about they put their hands on their wife, like, oh, okay, I can kind of see that. But I never seen that about Fabolous. But I would want to really know what's going on, or is this setting up the storyline for her to be on Love and Hip Hop? And that, you know, I really don't know, but I want to get y'all opinion about it. You know, if you get the opportunity, make sure you hit like on this video and share it. And I'm gonna go ahead and click off this so it don't end up being like no hour video. I'm gonna read a couple of these comments. That he needs to get his sister and leave them Cardi B's alone. Hey, some people got mad at me when I try to make those references about the Cardi B's. Yeah, she a human, she a woman, she got feelings, whatever. But men gotta know what type of baggage you're getting when you dealing with certain type of women. It's just certain type of energy come with it, and you either you're gonna be willing to deal with all that bullshit that come with it, or you can just go find another one. It's hundreds, it's millions and millions of women out here, you know what I mean, to pick from. I just would, you know, just like women vice versa. You know, when you choosing to pick a certain type of dude, that a certain type of energy and baggage gonna come with that guy. Either you're gonna be willing to deal with it and you're not gonna complain and bitch about it, or just don't deal with it at all. You said it's getting hot. Yeah, it's getting hot, man. The drinking about to start. You know, the sundress is about to come out, the half naked. Even more Instagram thoughts gonna pop up. Even more dudes gonna be flexing. More dudes gonna be lying. More dudes gonna be stunting. More competition. It's just a yearly cycle of the BS that's gonna be happening. I just hate to see that someone, because, you know, Fabolous really within the past couple years, for hip hop heads, they've been showing him his respect because he's been so consistent. But I think within the past couple years, he finally getting his validation. Like, man, dude really is a spitter. He keeps himself relevant. You know, he getting that money, he branching out, he doing a lot of stuff. I would hate for something like this to put that asterisk next to his name, and it seemed like there's no way to dodge it. Everybody getting this asterisk next to their name. What's dude name? Russell Sacramento. And basically, now this all allegedly, that he basically told the girl, like, either don't end up being like in the comment section. So if y'all want to come back and comment to this video, I'll hop in there and holler at y'all then. But I appreciate all the love. Peace.